I thought they looked great. I look at this team, not to get into predictions, but I look at them as one of the few teams that I expect to be in real Super Bowl contention. I think they're one of the 4 or 5 best teams in football.
I was talking to Brian Mitchell yesterday about his Washington team from 1991, where they had that vibe. And pre-salary cap, you would have every so often a team that quickly established itself as the team of destiny. And I remember the 91 Washington team. By Halloween, if not earlier, it was just what are we doing here? Just give him the trophy. Like, we can go through the motions, but we know how this movie's going to end. And the Packers are acquiring that team of destiny vibe very early. It can change, but they're starting to get that feel. And the Micah Parsons move. And hey, anybody could have called the Dallas Cowboys. It was the Packers and it was the Eagles. And I think it's ludicrous that the teams in the AFC that claim they're trying to get past the Chiefs didn't try to put something together to get Micah Parsons, starting with the Bills and the Ravens. This would have seemed like a perfect Ravens move, and I think if the Ravens had Micah Parsons on Sunday night, they'd probably find a way to put just enough of the clamps on Josh Allen to keep him from doing what he did, down 15 points with fewer than 4 minutes to play in the game. So kudos to the Packers for realizing the potential benefit of adding Micah Parsons, because I think that's – now, they very well may be 2-0 without Micah Parsons. We don't know. But when it looks like at one point they had 3 guys trying to stop Micah Parsons, and Micah Parsons was being held repeatedly, it's amazing how much holding isn't called. But they want the quarterbacks to be able to operate. They want yards. They want points. They want interest. And I think that a lot of holding is deliberately not called. Now, I'm not saying that with a tinfoil hat sitting next to my copy of Big Shield. I'm just saying that because you could call holding on every play, and you have to draw the line as to where you're not going to call it. But there was one play where Laramie Tunsil had his hand under the shoulder pads of Micah Parsons and left it there after the play.
Right.
Like, hey, Dad. Yeah, I was messing with your shoes, and I'm still holding them. Here they are. Look.
What are you going to do about it?
Anyway.
Right?
Yeah, what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? You're not going to call it?
And Mike, you mentioned Laramie Tunsil. Well, that's one of the tackles. I'll tell you, Josh Connerly Jr. doesn't want to see Micah Parsons again for a long time. That was tough to watch. If you're a Commanders fan or not, you saw Micah line up over there. You line up on Connerly's side, and you cringed because he had no clue. He had no chance of stopping him. He didn't just need a back to chip him. He needed a lot of help on Micah Parsons because Parsons was going through him, going over him, going around him. It really was a beatdown. Parsons had his way with the entire offensive line, but particularly the rookie Connerly Jr. really struggled against him all night.
There was a moment where Connerly was flagged for holding, and it really isn't holding if the hold doesn't hold. Like, it was attempted holding, and I don't think that's a foul because it was pointless. He just blew right past him. How's it a hold? Yeah, he had his arm wrapped around him, but he didn't impede him at all. He just kept going. And look at how they deploy Micah Parsons. You've got to circle him on every play. Where's number one? This isn't the, guy who always lines up right defensive end over the left tackle, or, yeah, that's what it would be. Yeah, right defensive end over the left tackle, or left defensive end over the right tackle, or defensive tackle. Right. Every play's in a different spot. He's rushing from the interior on a four-man front, or he's wedged between the end and the tackle on a five-man front, or he's on the left end, or he's on the right end. And that has to create constant stress for the offensive line because you can never develop a rhythm like, hey, we came up with something that worked to stop him. Let's do that every play. Oh, wait, he's over there now. Oh, crap. Oh, well, maybe they have something that can stop him. Oh, now he's here. How did he get there? Like, he's constantly moving around. So you have to always know where he is. It stresses out your mental capacity before the snap to try to figure out where he is. And the Packers are hoping that, you get one or two brain farts a game, and it's a sack. Maybe it's a strip sack, and it's a change of possession, and it's the lightning strike that changes the game. So it's going to be a long 3 hours for any offensive line and any quarterback that faces the Packers this year.
Mike, when we had our first ever Run PFT guest, Jason Garrett, a couple of weeks ago, and this is right after the Parsons trade, and he came on and he gave a very succinct, very insightful description of why Micah Parsons is important to a defense. One, it did a great job. If you are a football casual, you understand just from listening to Jason Garrett explain it, you understand the impact of Parsons. Two, it makes me wonder, does Jerry Jones still listen to Jason Garrett? Could he have gone to Jason Garrett before making this trade and saying, okay, tell me, I'm about to do something. I'm about to trade Micah Parsons to the Packers because we want to stop the run. That's why I want to trade him, because we want to stop the run. I think it'll make us better. Hey, talk me out of it. I think Jason Garrett could have talked him out of it in about 35 seconds. It is a move that really tipped the scales in the NFC. If you say if a healthy Dallas team with Micah Parsons was going to be a contender, well, they took themselves out of it by trading him, and they boosted Green Bay up to the levels. I really do. I think they boosted them up to the levels with the Eagles. I was going to say Commanders. I'll still say the Commanders and the Lions too. This was a seismic move for the Packers and the Cowboys. I think the Cowboys, we know this. The Cowboys will regret doing this deal.
Well, and it actually hurt the Eagles for the Cowboys to send Parsons to the Packers because it puts the Packers in better position to beat the Eagles than they were. And in the playoffs last year, the Packers gave the Eagles a better game than anyone expected. You add Micah Parsons to that Packers team, and that's a different experience for the Philadelphia Eagles. So it's just bizarre that they did it. They played chess, and they lost. And I don't know that Jerry Jones is going to learn a lesson from it because he'll convince himself. As he's trying to convince everyone else that he did the right thing, he'll convince himself that he did the right thing. And he prides himself in his ability to sell. Well, what he's selling here, no one should be buying, period. And the Packers bought, and the Packers are going to be better off for it. So and look, it's not blowouts. It's not like 85 Bears winning by 30 points, but it's been a suffocation of two teams. And even though the Packers let the Commanders hang around because they didn't deliver the knockout blow the way the Bears didn't deliver the knockout blow on Monday night against Minnesota, here's the difference. Minnesota's offense eventually woke up, and the Bears' defense eventually disintegrated enough for the Vikings to go touchdown, touchdown, touchdown in the fourth quarter. Yeah, there was one drive by the Commanders to score that touchdown to make it 27-18, but you never got the sense that the Packers were just going to forget how to play defense, not with Parsons on the field. And it does help. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.